As a YouTuber, you want to grow on YouTube as much as you possibly can. You want to get more views, hopefully get more subscribers to ultimately get more money. You put up your videos and you hope that it gets some traction, but ultimately you see that your views will ultimately flatline. You might have even tried to delete your video and then try to re-upload it, maybe re-upload it with a different thumbnail, some different titles, different description, but you keep seeing the same result happening, which is low views. For example, you can take a look at this video right here. You can see that it's doing so well right now. Here's another one with a bunch of low views. And you can see with these videos within the first day and sometimes within 10, 12 hours, you can see that the videos stop getting any traction because YouTube has now considered it to be a bad video. But the reality of it is, it's not a bad video. It's actually very good videos. So what is the problem? The problem is that you're just not getting enough traction. So with that being said, what can you do? This is where paid advertisement comes in. Start using Google Ads to see if that would be something that can help boost your views, ultimately help give your channel that boost that it needs to either ultimately get monetized or just help it get to a higher place than where it's at right now. If you have seen any videos about Google Ads, you can see that there's quite a bit of a learning curve to learn Google Ads and actually get your campaigns up and make sure that they actually don't get rejected from Google Ads. Yeah, with that being said, there are platforms that make things a lot easier for you, and Prodvigate is one of those platforms. So I have partnered with Prodvigate for this video to show you how easy it is to set up your own promotion and get started. So I would like to also say thank you to Prodvigate for sponsoring this video. There are a couple of things you got to make sure that your video is not going to get rejected by Google Ads for any particular reason. Like if you're going to be talking about ways to make money, or you have money in your title, or any other type of sensitive content, you want to make sure that that is not the case, because otherwise your video isn't going to be able to get promoted. But otherwise, it's pretty easy to go ahead and get started. So let me go ahead and turn to the Prodvigate website so we can go ahead and get started from here. If at any point in time in this video you're ready to go ahead and get started with your own promotion, make sure you look in the comment section. I'll have a link pinned to Prodvigate that you can use right there. So you can see that I'm on the Prodvigate website right now, and it says we promote your YouTube channel. You can enter in a YouTube channel name or a URL to a specific video, or you can go ahead and sign into YouTube from here. What you would do is once you sign in, you will sign in with your Google account, and then you have the option to go ahead and link your YouTube channel from there. I'm already signed in, so I'm gonna just go to dashboard. I have two options that I can go from. One is more views and the other is more interactions. The differences are, with more views, you'll get guaranteed views and flexible audience targeting. With more interactions, you get a boost of like and subscribers. It's also powered by the Prodvigate AI. The AI targets the ideal audience for your content. So what I want to do is go to the Prodvigate AI, click on that and press next. The next thing we have is subscribers and views. Now we have our weekly budget here, and we want to go ahead and figure out what our weekly budget is going to be. So we can start off with the cheapest option, which is $49 a week, but we can go up to $1,000 a week. I am going to start off with $100, and you can see that my weekly forecast is 1,500 to 4,000 views, 200 to 600 subscribers, and 100 to 300 likes. But of course, with the number of interactions, all of this is going to really depend on your type of content that you are trying to promote. But to go back to 1,000, let's see that 15,000 to 40,000 views, 2,000 to 6,000 subscribers, and 1,000 to 3,000 likes. That's a lot. So the next thing we want to do is select our videos, and we got three options here. We can go ahead and automatically select the most recent videos. We can select the most relevant videos, or we can go ahead with a manual selection to choose our own videos that we might want. I'm going to go to select videos manually so I can see what they have here. You got search videos on Y tutorials. So we have a place here that we can go ahead and pick a specified video, but we also could go ahead down here from this list and click on the arrow to the right. And we got about 20 different videos. My last 20 videos I could go ahead and pick from. But it says, we recommend adding 2 to 3 videos for best results. So if you don't want to just pick one, you might want to pick 3 of these and go ahead and get started. So I have 3 videos that I actually want to do. So we're at audience and interests right here. You have a box that's already checked that says automatically add the most relevant targeting for your channel. I'm gonna unclick that and you can see that this little window pops up. It says Prodvigate recommends to set the promotion campaign to the automatic targeting. So they would like to go ahead and recommend that you go ahead and let them do their thing. But if you have an idea what you want to do, you can go ahead and select manual. And then you can go ahead and select your countries up here. You can type them in. You have the audience. You got all genders, male or female. Let's say I just want to keep all gender or ages, but let's say I wanted to go with 18 to 24 and 25 to 34. And then you got all interests, but you can select up to 3 interests. So with what they have here, let's say I want to go with music and music videos, or vlogs and interviews, and sports and fitness. None of these is what I would actually pick, mind you. I just wanted to go ahead and show this off a little bit. And then you got your keywords up here. Like I said, sports shoes. So I can go ahead and put something up here like Y tutorials. Terrible keyword to target. I would definitely want to target something a lot different than that. But this is basically how you would do it. You have 10 different keywords that you could target. I'm going to go ahead and go back because I actually want to just check this and go ahead and go with the automatic most relevant targeting for my channel and click on next. So this is my actual channel promotion. So I can go ahead and start the promotion from here. And as you can see, it says Y tutorials, my total amount, my weekly forecast, my promotional goal, and that is it. Once your campaign is completed, your videos will go under review by Google Ads to see if they comply with their policies. It can take up to 48 hours for Google to approve of your ads. My 3 videos have been approved by Google Ads and they have completed their campaign run. So let's take a look at the results. We can see that I have 3,000 views right here. We can see the price per view is 3 cents and the money spent was $100. As far as the subscribers, you can see how much this is. It goes from 24,200 to 24,500. So about 300 subscribers within that week. So down at promoted videos, we can see the views, we can see what was spent, and we can see the price per view. The first video has 1,800 views with $54 spent, and the price per view was about 3 cents. With the second video, it was about 1,000 views, about $37 spent, and about 3.5 cents per view. With the last one being 150 plus videos, $8 spent, and almost 6 cents per view. So you can kind of see that with the last video, because that was just about twice as much, it did not get as many views. The other ones pretty much took the bulk of the budget. So I showed you my results on Prodvigate, but you can also go to YouTube Studio to see the analytics up there. You can see that I have a spike in my overall analytics. And if I go to one of the promoted videos, you can see how the analytics look on that particular video as well. With the following being said, is paid promotion worth it? Well, it honestly depends. It depends heavily on the content that you make and the audience that you're targeting. I can say for some of you, paid promotions will be a blessing, and for others, it's going to feel like a waste of time. So if you have the money, I would say give it a shot, but definitely use more than one video so you can compare your results. I would also say try to do a little bit more research if you haven't done it already. Do a little more research on who you're trying to target and make sure you're targeting the right people when you make your campaign. So with all that being said, hopefully this video helped you out. And if it did, why don't you leave a like, maybe consider subscribing as well. And I will be back with a new video very soon. Thanks for watching.